welcome back to the podcast, Michael Phenix.
Thank you for having me. You've already messed football up. You've got 13 grand in an account there, right? And it lasted me 24 hours. I went round this roundabout at Worsley 18 times, right? 18 times.
Traffic.
If I die today at 34, my little girl is 8-year-old innocent. She's going to need me at some point, mate. Yeah. I got sent off for Avro for saying the liner had a shit haircut.
You weren't lying, were you? Mike Jordan.
Hi, pal.
Welcome back.
How we doing?
I'm all right, thanks, pal. Patreon's doing well.
Yeah, flying, aren't we?
Well, hopefully, yeah. So, I just want to say massive thank you to everyone who's signed up to now. Have a little look, click on the link, have a look on the socials, and if you want the podcast to keep on rolling, then sign up, pay the cash.
Should we put this lad on Patreon?
We should put this lad on Patreon. Should put him on a contract, a weekly visit. But this is how it allows us to get guests on like we've got today. Pays for the studio, pays for the guests, pays for us, just pays for everything to keep it rolling.
If we had our sponsors still, this lad wouldn't be allowed near the building.
No. But this is why we've gone to Patreon, so we can get guests like this, we can get the funny stories.
I wanted him back.
I think everybody wanted him back. So just before we start, anyway, how's things with you, pal?
Not great, mate, to be honest. Another defeat. So I'm probably going to tell me about his life then. You're not supposed to be laughing yet.
You're not. So you got sent off at the weekend.
Yeah, red card.
So
this is shambles. I
had the lad who you tackled. Well, I don't know whether you punched him or not. I don't know. It looked
I've never punched anyone in my life, so I'm not going to start at 33, am I?
Okay. But the lad's only a young lad. He's on loan. And you've got sent off because I've seen it. What's
he said? He said, got your mate sent off, didn't he?
Yeah. He said he reacted. He said, poor mentality, he said.
Wait till I see him next, mate. How old is he? Because he won't be playing that long.
I think he's 20.
He's going to get hurt if I play him again.
Mate, I saw the tackle.
It's a good tackle.
Put you into next week.
Fair play, good tackle.
Yeah, and you've reacted on the ground.
So I've got up.
You did. You've leant on him. I think have you leant on his head?
I've not leant anywhere near his head. Is that a red card now, leaning on someone? Is that where the game's gone?
Is that what you did?
No. So I've literally, as I've rolled over, I've got up and he's gone down holding his face. And then I said to him in the bar, I said to Whitey who plays with them, where's that little shitbag? So what word of him going down like that? And then Whitey come over and said, he told everyone you've not punched him. You've not really done anything. You don't know what's happened. And then he's sending you that message.
No, he's quite an honest lad, actually. And he just said, I showed you what he said, something like, I got your mate sent off like a crunching tackle and he's reacted.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Sunday night.
Or the refs thought he's reacted.
Yeah. Sunday night. I've literally...
I didn't call you bold, did I?
That does trigger me like. So I went in at half time, speak to him, he just wouldn't even speak to me. I was like, he's like, no, I've seen a punch, there's definitely a punch. I was like,
oh, is that what he actually said? He saw a punch?
Yeah, there's no punch there anywhere. If you watch the footage, there's no time for me to throw a dig. I literally go down and I'm off.
Corey, can we get the video up on the socials? Are we allowed to put that on? Yeah. I'm going to put it on. Yeah, put it up there.
So I asked
do you know what? I want the viewers to comment. It does look like I thought you digged him.
So as we're both getting up, it's just like
you've done him.
What? You just like knock into each other.
What,
he goes down over his mouth, over his head. I'm like, what's going on here?
You must have pushed him in the face or shrugged him. You must have done something, leant on him to get up.
I'm literally
not.
I don't think I even touched him.
Well, anyway, you got sent off and you lost.
Yeah, it was 1-0 up. I get sent off. We get beat 2-1.
Wow. Imagine what's John said.
Can I come in here?
No.
No, back in your box.
Yeah, back there.
Yeah, to be fair, they didn't really speak to me, which is worse.
So you've still not won all season?
No.
And the only time you were winning, you get sent off.
Yeah.
So you've let your side down.
Yeah.
Nice one.
But
and then
I have, but I haven't, because I've not done anything.
Okay, fair enough.
So where do we go from here?
Well, this will cheer you up because we have had, I don't know how many requests to get this lad back on.
Yeah.
And maybe the timing wasn't right beforehand, but the timing's good now.
Yeah.
Innit? So, welcome back to the podcast, Michael Phenix,
Thank you for having me.
aka Mad Mike from Manchester.
That's the one now. I don't think anybody knows my second name anymore. It's just Mad Mike or Mad Mike being mad. Mad Mike Manchester.
Yeah, doing well for yourself, aren't you?
Yeah. Considering I was homeless in January and stuff, and we'll get into that, yeah. I'm not doing too bad.
Good. Bird's
Very good.
Bird's good as well, isn't it?
And that's all he's on about. He's got a fit bird. He's got a fit bird.
No, I said before, my mate texted me saying, how's Mad Mike from Manchester got her, and I'm chasing fatties around Swinton. Like, what's your secret?
She's as crackers as me, mate.
All right.
That kind of explains it. That explains it all.
She's got more conditions than I've got, honestly.
Right, let's go back to, I think, was it 4 years ago the last time you was on the podcast?
No, it's long.
Is it longer than that?
Yeah, it may be just after I got banned, my 4-year ban, weren't it? So we're looking,
just after
maybe.
that.
Yeah, I'd say
4.5.
I think it's about 4.5. Yeah.
4.5. And
Maybe
the
5.
last time we spoke, you was working in Asda
Yeah.
as a security guard,
Living in your nan's bedroom.
Living in
your nan's bedroom,
Yeah.
chasing down people, weren't you, basically out of Asda?
Yeah.
Just recap that little time in your life before, just for people who missed it, because it was a crazy time, wasn't it?
So obviously you get banned from football, and I don't think the depression set in straight away from that. You know, it's a massive change in your life, isn't it? A 4-year ban from football. You know, and like I had to sell the house, sell my car, sell my watch, sell everything because, you know, we'll get into it. I had an addiction as well, you know what I mean? And I was just in and out of weird and random jobs. And it was Christmas time and I was working on site. You finish sites at 20th of December, don't you? I was working on site, timber framing for my mate, and my ex-partner, the mother of my child's mum, works at Asda, and she just said, I need a shelf stacker.
Over Christmas.
And I just said, yeah, Fox. She said, what about security? And I thought, you know what, I fancy a bit of that. Because I won't lie, you know what I mean? I don't do it today, you know what I mean? But I used to feed from supermarkets all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Self-scan king, mate. My ex used to cost 150 quid for my ex to feed the family. It cost me about 30. Do you know what I mean? Steaks underneath the whoopsies. And I just thought, you know what, I'll do it, because it was COVID was on. But I'm not going to lie, I had a lot of fun doing it. Do you know what I mean?
That must have been hard, though, because only a year before, you're a pro footballer at Salford.
So you get, like, and then I think you get all the dickheads, don't you? And at the time, like, I'm doing well on social media today, and I've got to deal with a lot of trolls and stuff like that. But at the time, you know, probably people sagging you off behind the back. You know what I mean? Going, he was a footballer at Salford, you know, in my own town, and now he's working at Asda. Do you know what I mean? But it didn't bother me, you know what I mean? And
It couldn't have bothered you. You used to vlog it all and put it on.
no, exactly. Do you know what I mean? I used to put it on my stories, didn't I? I used to put stories, but then I started going undercover and stuff. I loved it, mate.
What?
I used to go undercover in Asda, because obviously I was like,
What off you when you weren't working?
Yeah, so I used to. We talked about it. I used to go in my. I used to go in with my capo jeans on. I'd have like a capo jumper on, and I'd have.
Go on, Adam Morning. Capo,
capo
announcement there.
Capo reseller here.
He's not happy with you, actually, is he?
Why?
Because you're doing some resale for him, but undercutting.
No. Yeah, but I still get
more, so he could take a bit.
Yeah, so I still get loads of sales, and he loves me. So, where was you up to?
He's undercover.
Right, so I was just undercover, so I was having the time of my life, I'll be honest with you. You know, like, I'm just like, just walking around with my head sitting, like, pretending I used to have to walk around with a fake trolley, with like a newspaper in, and some grapes and stuff like that, just as if I was doing my shopping, and yeah.
Did you get paid for that?
Yeah.
Oh, so you weren't doing it off your own back?
You're on £9 an hour, so.
Right. For doing undercover security?
Undercover's got to be time and a half.
But I think there is. There
Do you know
is.
what? I need to watch that because
What?
I do sneak an odd
No,
bag of crisps
listen,
and
mate.
stuff like that.
I know all the secrets. Like, I'll be honest, never nick out of Waitroses. They have an undercover security
In Waitrose?
Sorry, guys, should have said that. Waitrose undercover
Every day.
every day. Normally about a 50-year-old man.
Really?
Yeah. Smart, it'll be smartly dressed.
I don't shop there anyway. So.
Right. So anyway,
Sounds like Gaz.
I only know this because I only know this because I got caught when I was in relapse. I got caught on nicking some sausages. It's what addiction does to you, mate. You know what I mean? Fuck me. So yeah, so I was like, I'd be like, I remember like probably the best one was, you know, a woman was stood, you know, she was putting stuff down a coat, but she was putting stuff in a basket.
Yeah.
And also you had
Great technique, by the way.
yeah, no.
One in
So
there,
what you'd
one
all
in the
no.
basket.
So what you'd also have, which is a big one, is you know when you go into Asden, you can scan your own stuff as you're going round.
Yeah, scan and go.
Scan and go.
Yeah.
Scan and go. I was scan and go king, mate. Like, you know, if somebody had a problem with scan and go, mate, they'd just shout Mike, mate, and I was there. And so you can watch, can't you? Because, you know, and I think I weren't known. I was in Chadderton, so no one knew who I was. Nobody. Do you know what I mean? Probably a few people noticed me from playing for Salford and stuff. But yeah, so I was like chatting to women, like, you know, like pretending I was out doing my shopping, and I'd just be watching her. Do you know what I mean? Just watching her, like dead happy with myself. And I'd let them get to the front, let them get out the doors, and then pull them. It was like a big accomplishment for me.
Excuse me, madam. Can I have?
Excuse me, love. Come
Excuse
here.
me, madam.
But I got into trouble. Like I had a scrap in there. You know, a young kid, thought he was a bit of a gangster, and he had 2 bottles of, I think it was a Hennessy VO or something, like 60 quid a bottle. And he'd been going in, doing it all the time. But obviously, like some of the security aren't security either. They just work for Asda and they put on security, and
Not on my watch.
you're not allowed to touch them. But
Right.
obviously, me with an ego and thinking I'm this and that at times, well, let's have it. And yeah, I had a wrestle with him in the foyer. I like rolling around with his kid for 2 bottles of Hennessy SC, you know, XO, as if we're going to get like starting party at day. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, when I look back now, like some of the situations I was chasing him onto the estate and everything. And you know what I mean? I'm like onto a council estate at 10 o'clock, like 9 o'clock at night when they ran out of the fire escape. Mate, you know what I mean? You could get stabbed or anything.
Yeah.
But I just wanted everyone in shop to think I was main man. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, ego again, attention seeker. But yeah, I had a good time. I got sacked in the end. I got sacked.
For stealing.
No, I got sacked. They put me on nights. And it was boring, mate. It was like I did one night, second night. I couldn't sleep in the day. I was ADHD out my head and sleeping in the day. And the second night shift, I just went. I text me, you know, my ex's mum and just said it's not for me this night. I'm done. I think that was like just after January, and yeah, I just went back working on site. And yeah, nights. There's nothing going on at nights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they're only there so none at staff rob. To be honest with you, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking, you know what I mean?
That's how you
boring.
obviously you filled your time. You've like, because we've obviously just seen it in the news and the papers and stuff like that when Pogba got 4 years, didn't he? 4-year ban, but that's been cut now to.
See, I've not seen this.
Have you not
I
seen
don't really go on social media. Believe it or not, right? I'm on social media today. I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, so Pogba.
What's happened?
Pogba got. They said he had some kind of testosterone in his system. Got a 4-year ban, which then made me think, oh, that's similar to the ban that you got. He then proved that it wasn't, and he ended up. I think he's had just over
18 months.
18 months. But you had to serve your full 4 years, and that's a big chunk of time not playing football. So how excited was you to get back?
Do you want me to tell you what the difference is, by the way, between a 4-year and a 2-year? You know, if I would have, you know, I got 4-year.
Yeah.
If I would have gone into that FA hearing and said I don't know what's got in my system, they would have given me 2 years. Do you know what?
Is it the fact that you owned up to it? You got the 4.
Yeah, the honesty.
So you get done for being honest.
I went in and said I'd been taking that. Obviously, because of my cocaine use, I was what I put half a stone weight on, and I've had enough. I not took it for 3 months, mate. You know, so they played me a treat. To be honest with you, looking back now, They went, show us what you've got, where you've got it from. I didn't tell them where I got it from. Have you got the tub? Obviously, it said, what did I get banned for? Can't think what it's called. Whatever's in steroids. And it said it on it in writing. Right. That's a banned substance from Anavar. And I just said, yeah, that's what I've been taking. So I knew I was taking it.
Right.
Whereas, I think there's a tennis player under the thingy now. Whereas they're saying it's come from somebody else, or, you know.
I didn't know what was in it.
There's another guy got done. The only reason I know this is I spoke to spoke to the PFA about another guy who got done for 2 years with the exactly same thing in my system, but on a game day.
Yeah.
So I only got done on a Monday, and he just said, I don't know what's got in my system, and they give him 2 years. So I could have just said...
Yeah, so the fact that you was honest, and you'd say, and the fact that you'd owned up in it on the bottle, it says, this is a banned substance, this is what you basically knew that... You knew what you were taking. You knew you shouldn't have done, so that's why you got the full 4 years. Yeah,
and that's it. And, and I've obviously had a lot of time to reflect on that, and the FA and the PFA and the way they dealt with me. And I think we might have mentioned it before. It's a disgrace, because I've said it before. When I went in that, they knew how much cocaine I had in my system. They said to me, it's the highest amount we've ever seen in anybody. How are you still alive? Yet they just let you walk out of an elevator with no help.
Right.
I'm not being funny. If you were Jordan, right, you're hanging yourself, mate. You know, he was a bit soft.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I like to be attacked.
No, I'm sorry, mate. Sorry, but do you get that? If you walk into a hearing, you are already in depression, you're obviously anxiety, you look a state. I was about 12.5 stone. I've got a PFA agent sat next to me. Who knows about rehab, Tony Adams' treatment centre. He knows about all this that they can fund for you. I knew nothing about it.
So, I didn't even know what I did. You're telling them and they're not helping you.
Yeah.
So
obviously, I was in serious denial. Don't get me wrong, but obviously they should be able to see through that.
Yeah. Somebody with a weaker mentality though could come out of there and
boom,
that's it.
Do you know what? I remember that. Honestly, I'd love to see that guy again. Who the main guy, and when he just said to me in the lift, "So there's nothing we can do, mate," and that is it. And I'm just let go on the streets of Wembley, and the first thing I wanted to do was get high. Do you know what I mean? And that's when life hit you. It hits you. It's not PFA. My agent should have gone, listen, you've got all that in your system, cocaine. I'm putting you in rehab tomorrow. You're going nowhere. We're going to keep you safe. We're going to get you 3 months help.
Would you have took that at that time as well?
Yeah. I didn't even know I could get PFA help.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? The first time we'll get into it when I went into a detox, which was it's about 4 months down the line. I paid for my own detox, £8,000 out of my own money. And then Liam Watson rang me and said, you could have gone into Tony Adams Rehab Centre for free. Do you know that? And I said, what? He said, you're a member of the PFA. Obviously, you get everything for free. And I said,
spent £8,000.
I couldn't get me £8,000 back. Once you paid it, you couldn't get it back.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's what I think that's when the PFA started to support me. But surely, if I was a PFA agent and there's a lad sat there saying he doesn't take cocaine yet there's obscene amounts of cocaine in his system, he's got a problem, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You safeguard that kid. I was 28-year-old. You'd go, listen, Mike, stop lying now. I'm gonna get you help. You're gonna get banned for 4 years, but I'm gonna get you help.
Yeah.
And he had the power to do that.
Yeah, because at least then when you leave Wembley, you've got the shit news and everything, but at least you've got some hope that you're being helped.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, I just think it just all went on with the day.
What do you have to do? Just get the train on your own?
I just had to get on the train. I was on a serious 3-day come down. Right.
What, before you
I don't mind saying this, right? And you know what I mean? I had something like 20 bags of empty cocaine in my pocket in that hearing. Do you know what I mean? And I look back now, and I don't feel sorry for myself now because I'm doing better than I've ever done in football today. And I just think, what a load of shit. Like, I could have easily killed myself that day. I could have easily walked out of Wembley and walked in front of a train. Yeah. You know what I mean? Easily. A lot of lads would have done it.
So what happened then over the next, how long until you went... Well, did that just carry on then, that lifestyle for the next 4 years?
Yeah, so obviously...
'Cause 4 years is a long time to carry that on.
Yeah, so what happened was, like I say, I sold the house. I made a lot of money on my house, mate. a lot. I didn't even tell my family how much I sold or I made on it. You know, in 2 years I made a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
And I sold it. I gave my ex-partner some. I paid my dad back because he paid for the rehab, for the detox centre. So I paid him his money back. I owed him 20 grand or something. I paid my dad back, paid my ex off, and I was left with like 80 grand, right? 80 grand lasted me 3-4 months.
Wow. Yeah, that's mad.
3 more months, you know, just sitting there gambling, taking coke, whatever else comes with it. And, you know, then you're like, wow. Then you're in deeper hole because now I've gone from a footballer to owning a house, which are, you know, 80 grand is a lot of money, do you know, especially when you're skint. I just didn't care.
Then you have the depression afterwards, knowing that you've spent that money on
like, I remember,
nothing.
I just went working on site, just earning 500 quid a week or whatever, 400, 500 quid a week, and every week I'd just spend my wages on coke. Like every Friday I owed a dealer every week, me. Do you know what I mean? I was living at my nan's, not paying her any rent, always lending money off her and my dad, and I remember winning £13,000 once on me about 4 in the morning. I put 50 quid off my phone bill, because I still had a phone bill at that time before they blocked my whole too. And I put 50 quid in, right, and I got it up to £13,000. I got like, I was on quid spins and, right, 13 grand. So you'd think, right, 13 grand, you're living at home, you're living at your nan's in a spare bedroom, you've already messed football up, you've got 13 grand in an account there, right? It lasted me 24 hours.
No way.
So I went back out in the morning. So I couldn't believe it, because obviously when I take drugs, I don't know what's going on, me. Like, I'm paranoid and I'm in psychosis. So I'm asking my nan, mate, at 5 in the morning, Nan, is this money real? Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I went back into the pub at 10 a.m, as you do, and promised myself I would not, promised myself I wouldn't touch the money. And, you know, within an hour of 6 pints in a bag, I'm gambling again in the pub, like 20 quid or 10 of spins, and it went down to a grand left I had, and I went home and spent that. So I had 12 grand, like 13 grand at 5 in the morning. I messaged all my mates saying, look at this, what I've just won. Everyone's buzzing from it. By midnight on the Sunday, I had nothing like. They're all going to me, what have you done with that money then? Where is it? Like, my dad's going like, what are you going to put your money into? I'm just like, don't know yet. It's all gone. You know? And you know what, mad? I ended up like asking a dealer to lay me some drugs, because I told him I had 30 grand at 10 in the morning, and by 12 o'clock I had no money left.
It's hard, that though.
Yeah, so
like,
we move on.
It's good that you can laugh about it now, because you're in a place where you can laugh about it. But at the time, it's serious, isn't it?
Not funny, that.
No, it's not funny.
Serious.
So, you know, and you know, I was in and out of my daughter's life. Like, I'd seen her like every day or two, you know what I mean? She lived very close to me, and I'd pick her up from school and stuff like that. And I never took, for the last 2 years, I never took, you know, before I got clean, I never took drugs around my daughter. Never. I got to a point where I could control that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up in a detox. I put myself in, didn't, you know, a month away in Bolton, and I come out, I think I drank after about 10 days.
It's about 10 minutes away, Bolton, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 days. So, you know, a detox is never going to get you sober and clean. It's just for people to have a minute, mate, and just let just have a minute away from life and life's responsibilities. And I come out and...
Is that what it felt like, though? It didn't feel like it were really helping you. It would just quiet down all the noise. Yeah. Let's just get away for a bit.
Detox, really. He was a blag, really. I still really want to batter the guy, to be honest. Like, it's a blag, because a detox, you know, you say you'll get clean, and, you know, a detox, a lot of people go into a 5-day detox and then they'll go into a rehab. That's where the work is, in the rehab.
Yeah. You
know, detox is different. So, like, a detox was just learning. All I learned about in detox was how bad drugs are for you. Well, I already fucking know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need to tell me that every day in a classroom like this.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad. When you mix beer with cocaine, it creates cocaine. Do you know what I mean? I paid £8 to learn that. And you know what I mean? And like, I'm sure the guy who ran it was drinking me. Swear, I could have sworn, mate, he stunk of it. So...
that don't help, does it?
No. Do you know what I mean? That don't help. And like, I come out of there, and at the time, my ex, the mother of my child, had stood by me. She said, this is your last chance. Go in there. You know, there might be a future for us. even though I've been banned from football, lost everything. And I picked up, I remember, I went to the pub on a Saturday afternoon, got really bored. And I went to the pub and I messaged her, I was like, I'm going out for a pint with lads. She was just like, what? Within about an hour, I had a bag in my hand and didn't go to bed that night. And I actually messaged her in the morning. I just said, I've been back at it. She just went, done. That's when life became really hard, I think.
Was it when she left?
Yeah, because within about 6 months, she met a new guy.
That's a killer.
That was a killer. That was a killer. Because I was sleeping with her on and off still. But then it's the problems around the child.
Yeah.
So when she's met a new guy, I can't see my daughter as much. And I love my daughter. Me and my daughter were like that, mate. You know what I mean? And it got really hard. And then, further down the line, she completely stopped me from seeing her for no reason. As mothers can do today.
Yeah.
On Boxing Day of all days, you know what I mean? Want to just pay for all the Christmas presents. And I think that's when life got bad. Really bad.
And that just spiraled into more.
Yeah, so that was January. That was so Boxing Day. This is what I mean. I don't know if we should. We'll talk about it. Let's do it. I've got an ex who wanted to me just be out of my daughter's life, so she can crack on with hers with a new fella and a new family. And she stopped me from seeing my daughter because of rumours about me, which probably 80% weren't true. 80% was just lads trying to get in my ex's knickers.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she couldn't see all that. So anyway, she stopped me seeing it, and I won't talk about it too much. We're going into court and all that in a few weeks. But she was going out with a drug dealer, mate. Can't stop me from seeing my child because of drugs. You're going out with a dealer.
Yeah.
So anyway.
What, you say send me his number?
He knew him.
No, don't do anything. No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
you know what I mean? She's like, you don't deal drugs. I'm like, listen, I got fucking 3 for 50 off him last week, love. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, we got on like two Christmases ago, and Boxing Day, she just turned around and said, you're not seeing your child again. And I had no, because I was so insecure about using, I didn't know what to do, so I just got on it every day, really.
Because that's your escape, innit?
That's my escape.
That's your escape.
That's my reason.
Yeah, but this stems from having no foot either. Like, the Saturdays, you would have something to do.
It's the boredom in it as well.
Boredom. And then, like, a massive part of it is ADHD, you know what I mean? We'll get into it. And ADHD. I had a personality disorder I didn't know about. Know. I knew I had ADHD. I weren't diagnosed. And
did you understand what that were, though? Because even I don't understand
mate,
what it is.
ADHD will kill you. If you have drug abuse, it will kill you. I understand ADHD today.
Right.
I just thought ADHD was you couldn't keep still.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep still.
Well, that's what I think it is.
I had serious fear of the future.
Right.
And I've had it for years. ADHD is when I come off a football pitch, I couldn't relax. ADHD. But I've got borderline personality disorder as well. So my moods, when I come off a pitch, go from there to there so quickly. And I couldn't deal with that. So I used to just take drugs all the time. And, I'm on medication for that stuff today. And changed my life, the medication. Massively.
When did you go into rehab?
So I went into rehab in the January. So she stopped me seeing for my daughter. I went into rehab in the January.
Let's just go back a few months. Your ban ended on September 2022.
Yeah, so
you was back playing before?
Yeah,
rehab?
so I was back playing. So I was signed for Ashton.
With Clegger.
Clegger. So as Cleggy does, I love Clegger. Like, as Cleggy does, fuck, about 2 weeks, but I've got you a nice little deal there, nice little deal. And I'm like, yeah, buzzing me. You know what I mean?
Was you excited to get back?
Yeah, I was excited until it started. You know what I mean? I used to say to myself, when all these people are moaning on a Tuesday night because it's cold and we're training on an AstroTurf, I'm going to be the dead upbeat one. Like, come on, guys. And mate, it weren't like that. Was it not? No. Why? It was, mainly part because I was banging my addiction really bad, so I couldn't be asked.
So you've had 4 years off being banned.
Yeah.
And you've got a chance to go back to Ashton.
Yeah.
And you openly said that you were taking drugs during the day to then try and go training at night.
And games, yeah. I was taking like 4 grams of coke in the day.
4 grams
Scored
in the
winner
day?
Against Middlesbrough.
And you still scored?
Yeah, yeah. Scored. I think we beat.
That is mad.
We scored. We beat Barnsley 1-0, and I scored in 80. I think it was my second game for them at home, night game. I'd had 4 grand in day.
And you scored in when?
85th minute.
See, if you'd have only had 3, you'd have come off at you'd have come off at 7-10.
But obviously then.
No, but that must be. I can't imagine
mate.
what your heart, what your body, and everything is going. What your
that.
head's
Imagine
going
being
through.
in a changing room, mate. Imagine being in a changing room with 25 lads.
What were none of the lads say anything to you?
No, because I got to a point where
Could you hide it well?
must have done. I got to a point where I could have a gram of coke in one, and it wouldn't affect me. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean in one?
I sniff out. Let's say a 40 bag of coke. I sniff that in one. Done.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know what I mean? That's I didn't. You know, you get to a point in your.
I suppose you must get to a point where it doesn't affect you as much. You have to take more and more and more. Is that it?
Yeah. So I just dry sniffed. So I could sniff. Some days I could sniff 30 gram in a day.
How much?
30. It's true that. No, 30 bags. Sorry, not 30 gram. 30 bags in a day, easy.
30 bags.
Well, no wonder you needed to go rehab.
Fucking hell!
I know, it's
that
madness.
is
So but obviously when you're doing
madness.
that, I'm in bed. I was just.
But not just that though. Like how much is it a bag?
40 quid.
40 quid. So is that good maths? 1,200 quid.
Yeah. That's
That's quick
A
maths.
day.
isn't it?
So I was.
£1,200
the last
Holy
2
crap.
years before I got clean. I'd say the last year before I got clean, like, and even when I was at Salford, mate, I was spending £1 a week on coke. At Salford,
Yeah.
more.
Fucking hell.
But I could afford it then. I was
Yeah.
doing really. I was getting money from Salford. I worked for me, mate. I did other stuff that I never told anybody about, and I was quite a switched on lad, believe it or not. You know what I mean? And mate, I had dealers at my house every Friday, mate, for £1,000 minimum. I used to have it shows. You know what I mean? When I went into the detox centre, my mate had to pay my bill for me. It was £2,500 over 10 days from 2 different people.
Wow.
That's crazy, that.
So go on then. So you signed for Ashton, and you just mentally weren't there.
No. So, like, I just weren't there. Like, I think I played something like 10. I may have done 10 games. You can't. I just weren't fit enough. Do you know what I mean?
You can't really function like that, can you?
Oh,
Properly.
how
to
sort
play
of
foot.
function
Honestly,
like
I just remember driving to training, right? I was at the time. So when I was at Ashton, my granddad had end-of-life cancer, and I got selected to move in with him. Do you know what I mean? And he died in the January, and so I was looking after my granddad for end-of-life cancer, and I'd be driving to training, mate. I was paranoid out of my back teeth, like I was thinking players were going past me on motorway, and people were watching me, and it's so bad.
Really?
So bad.
You can't play football under that, like, with that in your head.
No. I didn't know if life was real or not. I did not know what was going on. Because you're drained, aren't you? So you're sweating. I'm probably a stone underweight. It shows today. I'm 15, I think I'm just under 16 stone today.
Yeah.
Even when I was at Salford, I was only 13.5 stone. And I've been underweight. I went down to 11.5 stone in January. And, so paranoid. You're just paranoid, mate. Like, bad. You've got nothing to bring you down, have you?
Yeah.
So what was Cleggy saying like this?
I didn't know.
Nobody knew.
No.
But how did it come to an end?
What's
I
the
just
turning
weren't.
point in
I was
January?
just playing. I was just playing like last 20s of games, and I think we went on that 3 or 4 game, got beat, and I just went, Cleggy, can we have a chat? Like I wanted to start games. Like he's just like, listen, Mike, do you not think it's working out? I just said, no, I don't think it's working out. Anyway, he ended up going himself after that week after himself. Anyway, so yeah, I quit there. And I went to Prestwich. Played 1 game for Prestwich. Second game I missed because I was off my head all day, and I told him my car had a puncture. I quit Prestwich. Christmas come. And, yeah, my granddad died. I think it was very early January. I think it was like January 25th. I rang the PFA, and I said, "Listen, I drove around the country for like 3 weeks in my van. I had to get out of Manchester, mate. I had to go, otherwise I was gonna die. I was that bad, mate. I was just in a bed for 3 days, 20 bags a day, like going out roofing in the morning, paranoid on a roof, ripping people off, stuff, doing jobs not properly, just doing them as quick as I could. So
to get back to
500 quid in 3 hours, and to get back to my bedroom. And I remember I owed 1,500 quid out on the Friday, and I had about 800 quid in my hand. And I thought, you know what, if I pay this bill, I'm just going to be back on it again. Weren't seeing my daughter at all, like bad. And I just got in my van. Obviously I just found the dog. I found my dog Shazza that I have today in the middle of the road. Couldn't find the owner, so I kept her.
What do you mean you found a dog?
I found a dog.
Found
on the
Shazza?
way. I found
Never
Shazza
seen
the
his
dog.
dog.
Oh,
Class.
she's viral, Shazza. Shazza's viral, mate. I was just driving to work one morning about 7 o'clock, not been asleep. I had my little nephew in van, and we was just driving, come out of the petrol station, there's this dog crossing the road. I thought, fucking hell, mate, come on, I need to get to this job, mate. So anyway, this dog, it was shit scared of everyone. And it was like battered, it stunk, it was well underweight. So I've gone up to this dog, and it just walked straight up to me. So I picked it up. I thought, fuck me, it's an ugly bastard. I just thought, how have I ended up with this dog? So we put it in the van, me and my nephew. And I put it on, tried doing the best thing I could, like, put it on Facebook. Whose dog's this? No one come forward for 2 days. So I just went, I'm keeping it. Everyone just went, what? I was like, I'm keeping this dog, mate.
Saved your life, that dog.
Saved my life, that dog.
Did it?
Yeah, because we called it Sharon after my mum. I called it Shazza. And when me and my sister decided the name in my granddad's house, obviously my granddad had died. So I was still living in the house for about a month, and we said Shazza, right? We're both looking at each other, me and my sister Shazza. We looked at and as we said Shazza, the dog just went bang and looked at us both. But we used to have a little Jack Russell when we were kids, me and my mum. And we just went, I just kept it, and a lot of things changed with, like, people have come forward. Like, I had a woman come forward and said, she knew nothing about me and my mum and stuff like that. And she's like, that dog's barking by your side, that's your dog, that's your mum, that dog. And you know how I believed it was, she reached out to me, this woman, she said, I've got something to give you. I pray in that today, it's part of recovery, it's praying. And I prayed to my mum, she's my higher power today. And she said, I've got something for you. I don't know what it is, but I've got something for you. It's a gold chain with a cross on. And I said, right. She said, I don't know where it is in the house, because it's not mine, I don't know whose it is, but I'm going to find it for you. And I gave my mum a gold chain just before she died, when I was 11. And I always asked for that gold chain. And she's no way in a million years she would have known what to give her. And she just went, that's off your mum. And I just broke down, mate. I was like crying. And she went, that dog is by your side, it's your mum. Every time you're out walking, your mum's with you.
Fucking hell, how weird's that?
Yeah, right. She said, your mum's a bitch, she's been in my house for 2 days, you need to get through to Mike. So this woman was just...
Your mum's a bitch.
No. She said, your mum is in my house, saying you're the only person who can get to... So this was about 4 months sober. Mike Manchester's flying through fucking Instagram, TikTok and all that. She said, your mum is so proud of what you're doing. You're saving people's lives.
Yeah. You're
helping people understand addiction. Keep doing what you're doing. My mum lost her life to alcohol, you know what I mean? I found her dead and all that. And
did you? See, that's... How old were you, 11?
11, yeah.
See, I'm not giving excuses for anything, but that is tough from a young age, and that can send anybody the wrong way.
Yeah, I think, I'll get into the ADHD and we'll get into the section and stuff. That's what saved my life.
So go on, let's go back. So January, your granddad's died. End of that month, you basically spent 3 days in your bedroom, basically just taking enough drugs to end it all.
No. This is a year after. So I went into, I rang the rehab. I drove around the country for 3 weeks. I was in contact with a counsellor from Sporting Chance. So she spoke to me every day. I think I had about 800 quid. And like at the time, I was just driving off from petrol stations with petrol, just robbing every fucking supermarket in the country. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I owe my hands. I made amends to all these because every time I go into an Asda now, I'll put a tenner in charity box.
Yeah.
So I can't walk into Asda and go, listen. Do you know? I've done content on this before anyway, so I'll never get arrested. But
it's not like you can hand back cereal boxes. Take him a bag of crisps in.
And like Shaz at Dog Bait was on like the best premium chicken, mate, from Asda. She was on like steak and everything, mate. Do you know what I mean? She loved it. So she slept with me in the van, like she stayed with me in the van every night, and I remember being in like.
Oh, you didn't you weren't going home at night?
No. So I slept in a transit van in winter in January. So I drove to London first. I went round this roundabout at Worsley 18 times. Right? 18 times.
Traffic behind you.
18 times, right? So my dad, I was in the bit
he
knew a drug dealer coming to my house, right? At my granddad's house. So my dad had pulled up. So my dad had seen me getting off. So my dad's chasing me through Tilsley. And I'm in a transit van in his car, mate. So I did a U on my dad. It was like sort of Need for Speed, mate. I done a U on my dad, gone up this side street, right bank. I've lost my dad. My dad's worried sick, by the way. You know what I mean? He's worried sick, my dad. I done a U, mate. I've gone to a Worsley roundabout. I promise you now, I had a pair of flip-flops on, a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. Right? And I thought, fuck it, I'm going to Asda first. God, I love Asda, don't I? I drove to Farnworth Asda. Right? I need some food for this journey. Whatever, I've got a plan. I'm just escaping Manchester. God, swear down, right? I come out of Asda, fucking van broke down. Like, van broke down, mate. I was just like, fuck. So anyway, I fell asleep for 2 hours on Asda car park, me and dog. And miraculously, the van just started. I was just like, wow, we're back. We're on. The road trip's back. And so then I went to the Worsley roundabout and I said, am I doing this or not? And I just went, boom. M6.
What, just thinking?
I just going.
Round the roundabout.
Obviously, I'm a cocaine addict, you know what I mean?
Do I do it?
I was going, do I just, dealers ringing me, do I just go and pay him 800 quid and get off my head again all day? Or do I just try and change? Try and get help? So I just went, boom, M6, mate, straight to London. Fucking hell, mate. You know how many parking fines I've got on car parks, mate? I got loads, but I don't care. I rang the PFA. I turned my phone off. Sorry. Nobody knew where I was for 10 days. My dad, no one.
What, and just slept in the van and just drove around?
I had the time of my life, mate. I promise you not.
No drugs?
No drugs, nothing. No drugs, no drink, no sleeping tablets, nothing. I slept like a baby in that. But you know why? Because I just got away.
Yeah.
My life went from hectic to just me and the dog every day, walking, like fields, just watching my dog hunt, sleeping at night. And I was doing Instagram at the time, on the stories, and I was getting a lot of people reaching out to me. I had like exes asking me to go and sleep at their house and stuff. I'm like, you got a fella, you weirdo. A girl asked me to come London. She said, come London, you can stay with us. I went, you got a fella, I used to go out with you when I was like 19. He's going to think something's going on. She was like, no, it's not like that, Mike, come on. And I'm like, no, I'm happy. Like, honestly, I must have had 300 people. Like people, like ex-Salford fans.
Yeah.
See me on Instagram and just saying, come and stay with us. I think Bernard said it. Bernard and his missus said, come and stay with us for 3 days.
Which is great. Must have made you feel good that so many people cared about you.
Yeah, but I
said, come and stay at mine. He said, fuck off.
I've been out for 4 days.
Say, fuck off, Jordan, you've got a missus. Yeah, no, she wants you to come. She's the one who wants you to stay.
So, yeah, honestly, it was the most calmest time of my life. There's so much peace and serenity and I was just going town to town, I ended up coming back to Manchester. I remember going watching Burn and Jono were playing in a Vets game, so I went and seen them. I spent a lot of time in Blackpool. Got out of Blackpool as quick as I could though. Fuck me, mate. I got out of the van, I drove through this car park at Blackpool in my big van. I took the fucking thing off.
The heights restriction.
I took that straight off, mate. And I thought, right, best get out of Blackpool now. But as soon as I stepped out foot in Blackpool, I was just getting off the drugs off random people. And I didn't even know. And I got to Blackpool. Like I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time in Bury. Like no one knew. I didn't tell anybody where I was.
It's just escaping, isn't it?
Just escaping. Mate. And anyway, I was on the phone to the PFA and they said, we're putting you in Tony Adams' rehab. I was like, boom, buzzing. Proper. He said, this is proper rehab. It's all paid for, but you've got to wait for 3 weeks. So I said, right, 3 weeks. I think it said 2 weeks, and I was a week into. I said, for 2 weeks I can sleep in this van, mate. I'm happy. I was actually loving it, mate. I had a sleeping bag. I don't get me wrong, I was in a very unspiritually well place where, like I said, I was robbing all supermarkets, everything. I had everything in van, mate. Like, everything you could ask for, mate. It was like a camper van at the end of it. But I needed to survive, mate. Yeah. I had to survive. 800 quid don't go wrong.
Did survive for 2 weeks and you've got your help.
I was going to say, did you feel like you just had to get through that 2 weeks?
Yeah. So, obviously, my dad's like, come home. Come and stay with me. Just come home. I just want to know you're safe. I'm like, Dad, I can't come home. No, my sister, come home. No, I'm not coming home. I'm all right. I'm doing all right. You know, my mates. But for 10 days, I turned my phone off for 10 days. No one even knew I was missing, mate. None of my mates, because, you know, when you get to a part of my addiction, like, you don't really talk to your mates anymore.
Yeah.
No one even knew I was up. I thought I was going to turn my phone on, right? And I was going to be in papers. Like, ex-Telford star has gone missing for 10 days. Has anyone seen him? I turned my phone on, mate. I only had my dad and my sister, like, where are you? I'm like, fuck. No one really cares, do they?
The thing is, though, like, because you probably...
That would have been normal,
That's probably the norm.
Yeah, exactly. No, 100% agree. Yeah.
Have you heard from Mike? No. Oh, well, we will do next week. Do you know what I mean? It's probably like
100%. So, you know, I think me being me was like, I'm gonna be on like, Sun newspaper, mate.
Sky Sports.
Sky Sports.
Mike Phenix.
So they were gonna put me in Tony Adams rehab. It was 2 days before I was gonna go in. They rang me and they just said, listen, we can't get you in Tony Adams rehab. No, we can get you in Tony Adams rehab, but we suggest that you go to Scarborough for 3 months.
Because weren't the sporting chants just a month?
Yeah.
And they felt like you needed more.
Yeah, so if you don't know, obviously you'll not know how recovery works and Cocaine Anonymous and AA and GA. So obviously if you're going into Tony Adams rehab and you're a sports person, it's not just footballers, it's boxers, everything.
Yeah.
You've either got a gambling addiction, cocaine addiction, or you're an alcoholic. So you have a 12-step recovery program, and you're meant to do 1 step every week of the program. So if you go to Tony Adams, you're only going to get up to step 3, and then they release you. It's just not long enough, mate, to understand how to stay clean and sober. It's not long enough, and they put me in for 3 months. So I did the full 12-step program in a rehab for 3 months, and I got a lot of knowledge about recovery and sorted all my trauma out in there. I spoke about stuff I've never spoke about before in my life to anyone. You know, with another addict who was 5 years clean.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
how good did that feel?
Oh, do you know, like, if I sat here and told you some of the stuff that goes on, like, I'm 10 and a half months sober now, right? If I told you some of the, thank you. If I told you some of the stuff that goes on in my head still today, even though I'm doing so well for myself, you'd think I'm a lunatic. If I told that to another addict, they'd understand why you're thinking it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I said, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say what I'm going to say there, but, you know, I've got misses and that these days.
No, but it's other people understanding that you're not on your own.
You know, like, if I said to me, Dad, I want to take drugs today. And he'd go, yeah, but you're 10 and a half months clean. Why would you? I don't fucking know. It's my own head.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's my own head. I'm an addict. Do you know
they say that you're always an addict.
You're always,
an addict.
Mate.
Yeah.
I mean? If I pick up drugs today, mate, trust me, mate, I'll be dead in a month.
Yeah. But the good thing for you, I suppose, is understanding that you're no different to anybody else that's in there. So, like, when you're talking about how you feel and what you're thinking and the thoughts that you have, just having somebody else that goes, yeah, I understand why you're having that. I had the same. That must help by thinking, oh, I'm not alone. It's not just me who has these thoughts. These other guys have had them thoughts.
Yeah. You know what? The difference is this. You know, at the NHS, I went to the NHS for help. they sent to me a drug and alcohol team, and their suggestion for me to get help with drugs was, instead of getting off your head at 6 o'clock when you come off a football pitch, get off your head at 10 o'clock at night.
What?
Right? Yeah. You know what I mean? I did content on that. It went viral. That's what they said.
How does that make sense?
So I'm there with me, my little girl and my ex, and this drug and alcohol team called me in for this big meeting. They said, right, we've got a plan for you, to try and get you off drugs. I said, right, sweet. She said, so, when you're taking coke at 6, yeah, and I said, yeah. She said, well, we're thinking about putting it back till 10.
That's like saying don't have 12 pints, have 24 shandies, isn't it? It's fucking
just like, so instead of me being up till 4 in the morning,
you'd be up till
I was
8.
up till 10 in the morning. But me and my ex at the time, because I'm 28, I'm very naive. I'm ready, I've not got a clue what recovery is.
Yeah, that could work.
You take a doctor's word for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I thought,
No,
That's
you don't.
mental, isn't it?
so sweet. Obviously, it didn't work. But, yeah, so,
What was the thinking there? They're just delaying it and then
delaying
delaying it and
it.
delaying it.
She said, just have it in your pocket so you know you've got it. Right? So I've still got to go and meet dealer. But she don't understand, she's not an addict. So she said,
You can't have that in your pocket for 4 hours and not take it.
So here's the thing, right? With
As
addicts.
an addict.
Here's the thing as an addict.
As
an addict.
Here's the thing as an addict is we don't even need the drug to make ourselves feel better. So, obviously I'm talking recovery talk to you now,
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's talk about footy, come on.
Yeah, no, one sec. We take a drug to make ourselves feel better. We're maladjusted to life. So if I know a dealer's on the way, my mood goes bang.
Boom, yeah.
So we don't even need the drug, do we? So it's all about you, dealing with you.
Yeah.
Drugs aren't the problem, I'm the problem. Do you know what I mean? And once I understood that, drugs are going nowhere, are they?
Yeah.
Fuck me, mate, they run the country. So once I understood that, yeah, I got 5 months clean out of rehab. Put recovery down, stopped going to my meetings, stopped helping others, and relapsed.
What, thinking I'm dumb?
Yeah,
I
I thought I was cured. So I thought I could go out and be like a normal, like you two. Go out and have 5 pints with lads.
And leave it at 5 and
Go
go home.
shandies. I started on shandies.
Yeah.
Just, I was back at Ainsford Football Club, drinking shandies, and I was coaching. Do you know what I mean? I was the assistant. I was back playing for Ainsford. And just drinking shandies, trying to fit in. And I think it lasted 2 weeks. And I picked up a quarter of coke. And that was it. That was that. Every day then. I sniffed coke every single day from that day till I nearly died.
For how long?
4 months straight.
4 months straight every day.
I was doing really well. So obviously I come out of rehab, 5 months. Everybody knew I'd been to rehab in my local area. Roofing, I had my own little roofing business. Everybody was giving me work. I was earning a lot of money, mate. Like roofers, if you think of roofer from September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel guilty when you knew you were taking it and everyone else
so everyone
was
thought
still saying, well done,
Yeah.
well done, Mike? Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me going with that, mate. I was just like, I think my dad knew, but my dad's proud and wouldn't say anything to anyone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? My sister probably knew. But no, everyone else thought it was clean, mate.
And that's
probably
the
until
hard bit,
the back end. I think it was the December when I was.
To be fair, you can get away with it as well because everyone's like, he's off his head. He's like, no, he's always like that.
So what it was the December, and I'd asked one of the lads at about 3 in the morning for to lend me some money. So then obviously it raises suspicion. You think, good chap, why is Mike? He's meant to be sober. Why is he asking people for money at 3 in the morning?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think I come up with some excuse of I broke down in Liverpool. I think I asked Jordan once.
I sent you some dough.
Yeah, he sent me the dough. But I paid everyone back the next day because I knew I was earning money the next day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And that's what relapse does to you, you know what I mean? You prey on vulnerable people. I'm sorry, Jordan.
So, can I have 50? I was like, yes, I'll know.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No problem.
So, yeah.
So go on. Talk to me about that moment in January 24, where was it just the guilt that built up and you just thought?
Oh, so I remember, it was actually, it was January. It was so Christmas Day. I've been paid a lot of money for my granddad's inheritance.
Yeah.
But all my banks were shut. RBS had put a lock on my account for a payment going in from a roofing job. So I had like X amount of money in my account. I couldn't see my daughter on Christmas Day. I weren't drinking or taking drugs. I was the most loneliest person ever. Like, you know, my daughter, no, my dad, I was staying at my dad's and my daughter is literally 2 streets away.
You couldn't see her?
I couldn't see her. I literally posted 500 quid through the door a week before Christmas to pay for a Christmas. Couldn't see her. I could hear her though. Do you know what I mean? My ex's mum lives next door to my dad. I could hear her. And like, I'd just gone to this place, and anyway, he opened my account. I think it was the 28th. Told boom, I remember waking up at 6 in the morning. Your account is now open. I just went, right, that's me. See you in a bit. I'm off. Bank dealer. I was in a Bolton hotel for 4 days, dry sniffing. You know when I'm saying going through 30 bags? Trust me, I was going through fucking more than that, mate. Just dry sniffing in a hotel room. I got chucked out of that in my boxers, in psychosis. I was curled up at the bottom of the stairs, mate, in a Holiday Inn in Bolton by the St Peter's Way, in my boxers, mate, while everyone's going for the breakfast. Do you know what I mean?
Jesus.
And they chucked me out. Like, they come into my room, there was coke all over the desk and cigs everywhere and fucking this, and I just said, can I have my clothes back? I was in serious paranoia, mate. I was just stood in, like, I was stood. There was a forest next to the hotel, and I was just stood for about 7 hours next to a tree, just like this, mate. Just in psychosis. Yeah, just in psychosis. So I used to...
What's that psychosis? Explain. I don't know what it is. It just...
So I only got psychosis for about 18 months of me using. So my psychosis was, I used to think there was a big anaconda snake, right, at the end of my bed. So like, say Jordan's a snake now. Give me shivers now, think about it. But it's serious. Because I used to lie there at my bed at my granddad's, and for 2 hours, I'd just be lay here looking at this snake, mate. So the first time it come, it popped its head up like that for about 2 hours, like a big cartoon head anaconda snake. Like it was going ready to eat me.
And you couldn't move?
Couldn't move. You can't move. I couldn't move. And then I remember getting on it I got to get on it the week after. Like, I've gone in for like 4 days again, and this snake was there in my face. Like, honestly, like, shit, she scares me now. Like, I'm getting it all tattooed on my hand when I get to a year sober. And its face was there. So honestly, I remember 4 hours I just lay there in bed, mate. Just like, for 4 hours. I have a big cartoon anaconda snake ready to eat me.
So in this moment over Christmas, is that when you thought that's it?
Right, done? So I got kicked out of that hotel. I rang the dealer, picked up another 8 ball or whatever you want to, or no, a lot. You know, I picked up another thing. Yeah, I went for another day in it was like a halfway house or something. I don't know what it was. Just anything that'd let me in. And I'd been on it for another day. I picked up another grand's worth. I told the Albanian drug dealer, drop me a grand's worth off in one. Nothing to take my life. Didn't even thinking about taking my life. Like, but then I slipped into this place. Like bad. Like, I'd never been. I've used cocaine for 10 years hard. Never been suicidal in my life, mate. I just went, I'm done. I am done now. I'm 34. I'm ploughing through fucking inheritance money like you wouldn't believe. You know, I had X amount left. I put it into account off my head. Like, this is how bad I was. I put some cash away, a lot of cash, by the way, for my daughter.
Yeah.
So if I die, my daughter's got some money. I can't even tell you what fucking bank it's in, mate. It's still in there today. I've never touched it.
You can't remember what bank it's in?
But there will be a form somewhere at my hands and that. But it's just a way. I don't need the money. Like, and I thought if I die, they'll find that money. At least my daughter's got some up. And I put £1,000 worth on the desk there, and I just started going bang, 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 bang. I got about 3/4 through it. Just boom, straight up floor. But just before it, I put in the voice note to my mates, just like, listen guys, I'm done. Sniffing this coke, I'm out of here. I love you all. And
fucking hell, some place to be in that.
But fuck, this is what saved my life. That morning I spoke to a lad who used to work for me. He was like, he was a cocaine addict himself. So I was obviously speak to him. He's not asked. I said, I'm in this hotel in Lee. So I put that in the group, and all my mates have seen it. Well, the mates, you know what I mean? You know, in a group of 30 lads, right? Only 5 of them turned up, the cunts. Do you know what I mean? And they've rang this lad, my best mate has rang this lad. He said, you tell me where fucking Michael is now. He said, listen, I think he's here. And yeah.
Did they come and find you?
Yeah, they found me naked on the floor. Like, fucking frothing from the mouth and gone. Like, it was me, actually me.
If they want to turn up, are you dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually like, this is how bad it was. Like, it was my best mate's missus who come in the room. Nobody else had come in. And I'm naked. You know, my dick's not that big. Right?
I'm sure that's the least of your worries.
I was literally, like, didn't know what was going on. I was dangling onto her feet. Like, screaming, crying. Just crying.
Yeah.
I just like, I tried to take my life and I failed it now. Because when she come in the room, I've started to come round a bit. Not come round. They still don't know what was going on. I was crying. I was on the floor like Spider-Man, mate. I'm like, I kept feeling my tongue go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, they got me into hospital for 4 days. Mental health team cleared me. Like, this is, you know what I mean? Mental health team said, how are you feeling then? I said, obviously I'm a cocaine, I'm off, mate. He's like, yeah, sweet, see you later. I used for 3 more days at my dad's. And my sister intervened. She come in my room, she said, you're going to die, mate. You've just nearly died last week. You're going to die. You're fucking 11 stone. Look at the state here. I mean, there's cocaine all over my dad's spare bedroom again. And I walked to A&E. My sister gave me a lift at night. She said, stay off drugs today, please. You're coming to A&E tonight. And I just kept to the promise. I don't know, you know what I mean? I had a lot of money about me.
Was that your last day?
Last day. I had a lot of money. And any addict will tell you out there, like, if you've got money, you're probably not going to give up drugs. I just don't know, something happened. She reminded me that I have a daughter. And something just happened. She said, and something went in my head, like, I've lost my mum as a kid. If I die today at 34, my little girl is 8-year-old innocent. There's got to go fucking years, mate.
Yeah.
As much as I weren't seeing her at the time, like, I'm not seeing her, she's going to need me at some point, mate.
Yeah.
And I just went, right. So I went to A&E, and that's where Mad Mike really took off. Really badly, like, A&E tried sending me home. I said, listen, I know I'm a cocaine addict, but I've got something else up with me. I said, there's something bad's going on. I want to die. I want to kill myself. Like, they was like, well, their figure was this was, if you were going to kill yourself, you would have done it by now. And I just went, well, I'm just telling you, if I go home, I'm going to die. So I slept in A&E for 4 nights.
What, just refused to leave?
Just refused to leave. Said, arrest me. Take me to prison, mate. I smashed this room up in A&E. I did a video on day 2 on TikTok and Facebook. And it's got like 1 million views, didn't it, in 3 days. Saying, just let you know, like, everyone was concerned for me old TikTok, like, where is he? I'm like, so I'll just let you all know I'm all right, I'm at A&E. It's like 1 million views. So after about 3 days, NHS seen it. So I was like, my thingy was, I want to go to a section unit. I've got ADHD. I need diagnosing quickly. And they said no. 4 mental health teams seen me. All of them tried sending me home. I said, I'm not going. I said, you're shit at your job. I said, one of them turned up, mate. She went, I've just drove from Wigan to Bolton to see you. I said, I'm not fucking arse, love. I said, I could not give a flying fuck about you and your life because you're tired. I said, I'm going to die. Honestly, that's my sister, mate. I said, I don't care about you. I said, I care about me here.
It's not even far, Wigan to Bolton.
I know. I just went, my life's on the line, love. So anyway, right, the 5th one I seen, I said, I don't want you. Get out, you go. Get off your shift and go home. I'd lost my head.
Yeah.
The 5th one, she went, I don't know if it was her, but she showed a bit of compassion. She said, this guy's trying here. He slept in A&E for 4 nights.
Yeah.
He's not homeless. He could
He's
go
begging
and sleep
for help,
He could go and sleep at his dad's if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Section me, a voluntary section, but they'd gone viral. They were shit scared, to be honest with the NHS. I don't know that now, but They'd gone viral, and Bolton Hospital have got a bad reputation as it is. So they made me a room up, my own room outside of A&E, like treated like royalty for a day. And like, they put me into section, they said there were no sections, no rooms available in any section unit in the UK. Honestly, mate, within about 20 minutes, they had me a room in Lee, next to my house. Like, it started affecting me going, we're going to have to send you to Brighton. I said, I'm my ass, I'll go to Brighton. And they diagnosed me with ADHD within 24 hours. Diagnosed me with a borderline personality disorder within 24 hours. They gave me antipsychotics and my life changed from that moment. Sorry. My life changed from that moment.
Did it?
Yeah, something changed. I just started to relax. All the fear in my head went just fucking on me. I have no fear today.
Why is that? Is that just because somebody understood you?
A couple of answers.
What?
Because you got some answers, didn't you?
Got some, like, I took this pill, so they put me on 3 tablets a day. I started smiling about life. Like, I just got really grateful. I tried to kill myself, I was still here, so I'm going to have to make another go of it. And I put all the fear, you know, like when I talk about ADHD, you know, when I signed for Barnsley,
yeah,
I was searching for jobs. I had a 2-year deal at Barnsley, 2.25 year deal or something. And I was searching for sales jobs, mate, in 2.5 years' time. That's ADHD.
Yeah.
It's fucking worth.
Fearing, yeah.
Fear, mate. Fear of, you know, I couldn't live in the present moment. I just lost fear. And my life changed. But obviously, medication doesn't work unless you stay off cocaine and drink.
Yeah, yeah.
So, they diagnosed me with ADHD. I tried medication for ADHD. It works, but the antipsychotics I have every day. And if I don't have an antipsych, like 3 a day, you can tell I've not had one. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit erratic.
So how did you then get this like Mad Mike persona to
just me?
Was he a bit where you
being
thought?
honest, weren't you? Really?
I want it, yeah.
I've just been honest about addiction. Obviously, a lot of people knew I was a footballer, so like the first picture I put up was me at Salford. So if you're scrolling through Facebook, right? This is where I played a blinder, really. You know what I mean? If you see a footballer in a celebrating for Salford,
yeah,
and then you see a video of him talking about fucking coke, you're following, aren't you? You're following because you're an over, you cunt.
Yeah.
I want to see what's going on here. So I got 10,000 followers on Facebook in 2 weeks. You know, with TikTok and Facebook, and then I started getting loads of messages of support, loads. Then I just did just like a daily blog. And, you know, I sit here today on 150k followers. And
10.5 months sober, which is that's the biggest
with
thing
no,
for me.
like, you don't have any social media training, do you? You don't have.
No.
You don't really know what you was doing.
No, I just honesty.
Yeah.
Do you know how I'm going to be honest with you now, and without blowing my own fucking trumpet, right? I get 500 messages a day off kids.
What, reaching out for help?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Easily, mate. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I can't speak to them all. I probably don't speak to 8% of them. But I do speak to us, you know, I've had kids across the, you know, I'll give you an instance last week with a kid. And I speak to people every day, you know, find them a meeting or what I've done.
I was going to say, can you collab with somebody?
Collab,
like have a collaboration with somebody who you can't answer all them messages, but you can pass them on to somebody.
Yeah, I do content on, I go to Cocaine Anonymous. If you want help, go to a meeting today. But some don't want help. Some just want to chat to me.
Right.
Some just want to someone to say hello to and someone to feel sorry for them. Listen, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. But I do help a lot. Like, I do. Like, you know, there's kids across the UK. Like, you've got to, you know, when you're in my position today, you know, like, I'll show you that phone, mate. I'll get obviously I do online selling as well, and I get like 200 missed calls throughout the night on that phone. It's silenced.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot of kids taking piss off their heads, aren't you? You are. But like I'll give you an instance. Like last week, I was in the David Lloyd, member of David Lloyd now. Changed my life around. Some kid was on Instagram. I was just coming on my phone. First, I turned it off airplane mode. Mike, I really need your help. Can you ring me? And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to wait for some food. There's my number, ring me. If you want help, there's my number now, I'll speak to you. I'm not doing messaging because I'm ADHD, I can't concentrate for that long.
Yeah, yeah.
Ring me, and he rang me, and he was in a pub just going to pick a pint up after being a month and a half sober. He just lost his kid. He was going through a really hard time. And, you know, he just wanted someone to talk to. You know, he went to a meeting that night and, you know, he's still sober now. And
Class.
there's loads of things. There's like I could give you 500 of them stories.
Yeah.
And it's just helping somebody and understand what's, do you know what I mean? And it gives you purpose, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what it is. It's purpose and meaning and knowing that you can help somebody. Because
it's just your character as well, isn't it? It's
but he's approachable. But
yeah.
you just said yourself, you walked out of Wembley, nobody helped you.
No.
So 4 years on, you can be that person that people can reach out
you know,
to.
I volunteer at, you know, an NHS detox centre at Prestwich. Do you know, I go there, give up my home time. You know, I have missed training sometimes. I'd say to the gaffer, I can't come training tonight. Something else is more important than that. Yeah. And he understands. I've got to, you know, I'm looking to. Are
you back playing now then?
Yeah, man.
Go on then, talk to me.
Avro.
I don't know what Radcliffe could do with me, I'll be honest with you.
Radcliffe could do with you.
Bit more serious, this podcast, than the last one.
Let me say. The answer to Radcliffe's problems, we are fucked. Jesus Christ.
I know it, because they've got a striker who can't score.
How many have you scored this season?
2.
We're going to get
in the cup.
2?
I
scored 2. I've only played 3 games.
You're in the North West Counties,
no,
mate.
we're in it.
That's where you should be, Jordan.
I'm a league below you.
Know your level.
No, 2 leagues below you.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'd still do a job.
100%. So go on then, talk to me. Where you playing?
Right, so I signed for, obviously, I signed for Pennington back end of last season.
Yeah.
For the last, I think I was 3 months sober. I was umming and ahhing whether to get back into football altogether. Because of what football brings, like, you know, I wanted to be safe. A lot of football things were more, you know, getting my daughter back is more important than football. And
it is hard to, after the career that we've had, like with the lads at Salford and that, it's hard to go from football straight home, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's
we would go
that's
football,
the hard thing. So for a couple of beers,
yeah.
That must be the real hard adjustment.
No. Mate, I'm class at it now.
Football, no, yeah, so it's just
pints.
You know, like, so it's just changed. Where I just go, I love nothing. Like I can't, like obviously I know I can't drink anymore.
No, I mean at the beginning that must have been hard.
No. I signed for a club that I didn't know anyone.
Right.
Didn't really know anyone. That's all. I just went, right guys, I'm having a can of Coke, I'm off. So I played 5 games, about 8 games for Pennington. I think I scored 7. And I was going to play for him this season. Then Avro, chairman, kept mithering me on Twitter. He said, we really want you to come down. Can you come down? He said, speak to Marno about your wages. Adam Martin, couple.
Why speak to Marno?
He's got involvement with the club.
Oh, right.
He's a big time now, Adam Martin.
Yeah,
mate.
no.
Yeah, big time, mate. It's like you. I've got a story about him in a bit. Pissed me off as well. Bad.
Do you know what it is? Don't know what that.
Yeah, you do.
Don't know what it is.
He does. So they offered me a couple of £100 a week, and I thought, but like this was back. Like, things have only just really changed for me in the last 3 months. Like online selling has just gone through the roof, mate. Do you know? At first, when I was doing social media, Facebook owed me £5,000. And like they'd not been paid. Like I was earning £1,600 a month, but I kept having problems with my payment, and they weren't paying me. And then like they paid me £5,000, and like my TikTok took off. So now, like, you know, I'll come off this podcast to like publish 20 sales. Do you know what I mean?
What are you selling,
mate? What do you want to buy?
Everything.
I thought we was on our foot here.
This is a different podcast. This is
a different. We're going to talk about
different
thing, yeah.
This is important stuff.
So I signed for Avro. I said, listen, I'm 34. I'm not bothered about playing every week, but I was quite wrong. Do you know what I mean? I said, I'm not bothered about sitting on bench. Me being, like I say, I've got confidence today as well, which I never had. Because I'm sober, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know my capabilities these days when I'm sober. And like, we kept getting beat every week, and they kept putting me on bench. You know how demoralising that is?
Yeah.
Have you been on bench this season?
No, not yet.
Mate.
That's the problem.
So like, it was getting to a point where I was going home and in a bit of a mood with Lauren.
Yeah.
You know, and my family life's really good today, and you know, something I've not had for 6 years. I don't want to spoil that for football.
Yeah.
And I don't think the managers really wanted to play me. So I ended up buying the chairman's car off him. He offered me a really good deal because I was playing for him. But I love the chairman. The chairman's sound, mate. And Wivenshaw put 7 days in on me.
Right.
I know the manager from back in the day. So as it comes, you know, Wivenshaw put 7 days in on me, and they put me in starting lineup next game. You know what I mean? They think I'm fake. Do you know what I mean, mate?
Yeah.
And like what I see, I'm not gonna say. I'll say what I want. Actually, I don't care. Like they were treating me like I was 18-year-old kid, mate. These two gaffers, and I'm playing them against them on Saturday. You know what I mean? We've got.
Is it?
Yeah, we've got everyone, mate. It's gonna go off, mate. Proper go off. All fans love me better than club.
Are you starting?
Yeah, too right, mate. It's got a winner on Saturday.
Beautiful.
Right? So, what I was seeing from these two managers was barefaced lies to me. And I can't stand that anymore. Like, just be honest with me. Yeah. And like, they kept saying to the chairman, we really want him to stay. If you want him to stay, start fucking playing the cunt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I travelled to Fingy away. We were 4-0 down at half time. They didn't put me on until 88th minute. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I was playing well when I was coming off the bench. I was really playing well. And I just had enough. And Wivenshaw, so I signed for Wivenshaw. I scored on my debut away at Widnes, 30-yard screamer or something. Second game, I was injured, but I played. I missed a penalty, and then I scored a winner on Saturday.
Beautiful.
So I'm playing 90 minutes as well.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Which is good.
Yeah, I've got Avril Saturday, so I'm there having it, mate. I text the chairman on Saturday, on Monday.
You don't text the gaffers saying I'm going to...
No, because this is what I mean.
Turning up.
One of the gaffers messaged me saying thank you. The other one didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think you just say thanks for your time, mate. He's fucking ignorant and arrogant prick, be honest. Yeah. Do you know, I'll tell that to him face when I see him on Saturday. I don't fucking care anymore. I'm not employed by anyone. I do not have no loyalty to anyone. I don't want to keep anyone happy. And I just thought, like, good decision. But I felt like I had a really good relationship with the chairman. I still speak to him today, like, all the time. And, yeah. So,
but you're back. You're loving it.
I'm loving it. I went training last night. I did train last night, like... Was it last night? What day are we on?
Wednesday, yeah.
So training last night, like it was my first 90 minutes on Saturday, and the gaffer just said, just chill out, just just come. And
it's
get
good
off.
when there's no pressure on it as well, though. Surely.
35, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm fit enough to play on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Like we're training on an AstroTurf on a Tuesday night. Do I really want to be running on an AstroTurf on a Tuesday night at 35?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I just went. So, but I'll train Thursday, and that's enough for me.
Yeah,
I'm like, I played Saturday and I was fit enough. It's my first 90 minutes. I scored an 88th minute winner. Took my top off, mate.
Did you? Still shredded.
Yeah, mate. I did Gangnam Style naked in front of all their fans. The centre half wanted to twat me. Bad, mate. Bad. But you know what, right? So I want to get onto the referees.
No, just
go on, Sonny.
Let's see a story about Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, right? Listen, Jordan is ignorant, right?
I don't know what I've done.
No, right? So Jordan, I text Jordan all the time, right? So anyway, he's away with all his mates in Ibiza, right?
When was this?
When did you go away, mate? You went on a stag do?
Portugal.
Not Ibiza. All his mates follow Mad Mike on Instagram, TikTok and that. So he FaceTimes me then, so you can show him his mates with Mad Mike. But he'd been ignoring
But what?
But he'd been ignoring me for 3 months.
I'd sent you 50 quid before that.
What a show off. What a show
He's
off.
like FaceTiming me. I'm
was
like,
at a wedding. We was getting ready for the wedding.
I don't care, mate. I've been texting you for 3
He
months.
was on about Mad Mike. Said, you mean Mike Phenix? Yeah, he's fucking class. I love him. About 10 lads all stood around. FaceTime with Phenix just before he
Did you answer
married.
as well?
Yeah.
And I loved it if you replied him.
And then he just went, right, I've got to go.
We had to go and take the pictures.
Imagine him coming off that foot. I told you I knew him.
Yeah.
Told you I knew him.
I wasn't like that. I said he's fucked.
But yeah, the social media is going so well. Like, I've got, everything's free now. I've got a really good relationship with Supreme CBD, which I take. Anthony Fowler, the ex-boxer. He pays me a fucking fortune, mate. Everywhere. I could live off that alone. I've got David Lloyd. He
was in the cafe before.
David
Lloyd saying, I'm paying $340 a month here. I can just do a bit of content.
So what's happened is, I have Shillage and Lions, mate. I sell that. I do online sell. But my content, a lot of it goes viral on TikTok. Like on TikTok now, if you go on your For You page on TikTok now, probably 10 of my videos are on there, which is a lot, mate. A lot. Do you know what I mean? I've got some videos on 10 million views and stuff. So David Lloyd have messaged, I had the office have messaged Lauren, my partner, because she's on social media doing bits and bobs. She's probably messaged me, but I've never seen it. We've only been going David Lloyd a week. Like a different lifestyle, that place, mate. Do you go?
No.
Do you play paddle?
I have been there. I don't play paddle yet.
Mate, so obviously, my lifestyle's changed now. So I'll be sat at jacuzzi, me. So obviously they've seen that I'm at David Lloyd or Lauren is. So they want to give us a complimentary fucking membership now. So that's, you know what I mean? I'm paying £340 a month for us both. I've not even paid it yet. Well, I think I paid $400 first. So that's going to be free.
Sound.
Like, everything's just free.
That's what happens when you become famous.
You know what I mean? And the only thing you've got to watch out for is ego and attention seeking. Like, if I go to the Trafford Centre now, I'd get stopped non-stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, if honestly, I'm like a footballer in Trafford Centre now. Honestly. And a lot of it's just people shaking my hand going, thank you for your content, mate. Thank you, love what you're doing. People you wouldn't, families of addicts, thank you for your content, making me understand why my son's like he is. Thank you for understanding why my daughter's like she is. Must
be good to make a difference now, though. Instead of like, don't take this the wrong way, but instead of making a shit difference. No, do you know what I mean, though? Matt, you know what I mean, don't you? Oh, instead of being a pain in the arse for other people's lives, you're now making a difference in a good way.
This is how good it is. Like, I'm going to court to get my daughter back. My solicitor's free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got a solicitor for free because she follows me on Facebook for message. She said, I'm going to give you everything for free. It's 20 grand worth that.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's because you're doing good stuff.
Yeah. And she's got a brother in addiction.
Yeah.
And she says, one day you might be able to help, and I don't think he's ready for help yet, but what we actually do as a solicitor, I'm not going to charge you because I love what, you help me understand my brother.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's good. It's really good. My life has completely turned around.
It's decent.
Really, you know what I mean? Jordan wants to know me these days.
Mate, it's like...
You nearly didn't get a reply when you texted me what you did, to be fair.
I John O'Byrne anyway.
All right, yeah. He come to a Radcliffe game. He went, "Where's John O'Byrne?" In the office. He bounced in their office before a game day, and come back out like 10 minutes later. John will come up to me just before a game, like, "Don't fucking show him where my office is again."
I just bowed to it. All right, guys. What's team today?
I'm sure I saw a viral video. Did you go? Was you going to a football ground to sign or something? And you was outside it in your car in the dark. You'd been sent to the wrong place, York or something. You think you were signing for York?
He mentions my name on this. I'm the most mentioned person on this podcast, by the way.
Jono said he is.
No, he's not. I am. Every single one, mate. Somebody messaged me going, "You mentioned again on that podcast. You mentioned again on that podcast." And no, it was you. Was it not you?
No, didn't someone from York approach you?
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, this morning that. So some guy. This is what I mean about online trolls. So I'm on TikTok Live this morning. So when I'm going through all my messages, I'll go on TikTok Live and just chat with people. I have like 200, 300 people on my live.
See, I don't know if I'm old. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
it's just a live video.
Live video.
Yeah, okay. You gain followers from it. You have banter and you get paid for it.
Sound.
So some guy took time out of his day to change his Instagram picture, his WhatsApp picture. Right, his name and everything, and obviously my online number was in the corner for the clothing and that. Started texting me telling me he's York's director of football.
So he had the York director.
Mate,
he had his name and his picture. And
mate, he had it all boxed off, mate. So I'm on TikTok. I go, what is that? He's like proper.
Been playing well for Wivenshaw.
He was proper like. I'm like looking at grammar and all that, going, mate, you put commas there and man, really. I went to Mrs. shouting up to Miss Lauren, I might be going York here, me love. She's like, what are you on about? I was on live and I went to people on TikTok, what league are York in these days? Their conference. I said, fuck it, I've got to move. So anyway,
they're at top at conference as well.
First thought was I'm going York, and then I just after about half an hour I thought, this kid's having me on here. So I didn't respond at all. I just said video call me. Anyway, he changed all his name and all that back. And it was just some fucking dickhead from fucking York.
Brilliant.
Well, yeah, going back to the referees, I got sent off last week. I got sent off for Avril for saying the liner had a shit haircut and the ref, I'm going to kill him. Right?
Well, you're going to
Well,
get sent off for
No,
that.
come on, mate. He's not sending off.
It is nowadays.
He's bollocks, that. I have Tourette's as well. Diagnosed Tourette's, right?
You weren't lying, were you?
But I tried speaking to him after the game. I said, come on, it's a passing comment, ref. He was like, ban me for 8 games.
8 games?
I said, I've just come back from 4 years, mate. I said, it was the last kick of the game. And like, I've been fouled 3 times on the halfway line. We were getting beat 4-0. So we've already had a man sent off at half time. I had lost my head and I said, fucking hell. As I took line, I went, Liner, that referee's killing and you've got a fucking shit haircut.
You got sent.
Sent.
8
And I tried
games?
speaking to him after the game to apologise, and he just, like you said, he just went, no, my decision is final. He's about 22, mate. And I felt, and I honestly, I've never wanted to kill someone as much in my life. I thought, you arrogant little, a bad mate.
I'm going to kill you. Yeah, it's probably going to...
Probably sending off, yeah.
Well,
Nowadays, yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Nowadays.
I enjoyed it.
Well, it's a lot different to the last one.
Very different, but do you know what?
I reckon
We
it's
have
gotta
to
be
have
out, yeah,
we
it's
have to
got-
have a bit of diversity with
Yeah.
this podcast. And do you know what? Every now and again, like they're good stories to listen to. People's lives, how you've turned it around. I think it's inspirational.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I do it, and I get a lot of questions about football, and I'm honest, and like, I think people. Do you know, like I was saying to you off camera before, like the amount of footballers I've had reach out to me. You know what I mean?
Which is.
You know, people think because you're a footballer, you don't take drink or drugs.
Yeah, you can't
I'm
name
like,
names.
how
But there's
fucking
a
wrong
lot
are
in
you?
there.
How much gambling's going on?
Yeah.
Like, serious. And, well, it needs to be talked about because if you don't, it takes lives, mate. It kills people. Do you know what I mean? And
That's the thing.
I'm going to meet Paul Merson soon as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. He's an ambassador for Supreme CBD.
Right.
So next time Paul Anthony Fowler's going to London, I'm going with him.
Real.
Jesus
So,
Christ,
mate.
that'd be funny.
me and Paul
Merson.
Merson. Me and Paul
Imagine
Merson.
Paul Merson. Well, I've been 20 years sober, but I met this lad, and
I need a pint.
mate, I've loved it.
Thank
I'm
you.
really glad you were,
Yeah.
mate. Do you know what? I'm going to say? I'm really glad you were brave enough to come on and speak about them kind of things because you went to a really, really
And we were
Dark
all
place.
teammates, weren't we?
yeah. We're all
Well, no, I
It's-
replaced Gaz. Remember?
Oh, did
that?
you?
me, yeah.
Fuck me, that was
Everyone
that was a
always
great
says
day
to-
when he fucked up.
You know what? I've never said this. I was starstruck by him once when we played Telford and it was at Chester. I'm like, that's that fucking guy off Head and Shoulders advert. Was it Head and Shoulders?
Something
Gillette.
like that, yeah.
Gillette. I was starstruck.
I don't like to talk about it. Mark.
Gillette, the best a man can get. I'm like, he's playing up front. You were a fucking arrogant prick.
No,
You was.
No,
Ego through. Yeah, you was.
No.
Come on, man.
no.
Be honest.
Just confident.
Oh, class. Thank you very much.
Mate,
Cheers for having me, guys.
Mike Phenix, everyone. Mad Mike.
Thank you.
Top man. Well done, mate.